Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Boneyard as I get ready to bury a few more brave buffoons beneath the bitter barrows of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I'm talking about my seekers, and while I'm on the subject of bitterness, I'm also talking about last episode. Am I bitter about last episode? Well, you can see we got 3 dead people last time, and am I bitter about it, you ask? Yes. Yes, I am. Absolutely. Quite bitter, in fact. Like a slice of 3-week-old grapefruit after you just finished brushing your teeth, chased with a sip of overboiled gas station coffee. That's how bitter I am. But the thing that really salts my slug, and yeah, you know, that would be a great euphemism for masturbation. Gotta go salt the old slug. But yeah, what really gets my slug boiling, that also works. Damn it, it would be like a great 1920s colloquialism for describing somebody you find attractive. I tell you, Jimmy, that dame really boils my slug. No, but, okay, what am I getting at? I really am going to finish this, you know what, I'm just putting aside the whole slug thing, or I'm never going to finish this sentence. I'll just end up interrupting myself again, because it's definitely going to be a euphemism for something. No, what I'm shooting at is what really has me pissed off is despite the fact that Jean Grey is dead, she's also already back from the dead. Ah, goddamn the Marvel, they just won't let a terrible character die. Nobody likes Jean Grey, not even Scott Summers, her professed fiancé, husband, and lover at various times. Nobody likes the Phoenix. I know that Jean Grey coming back from the dead is all part of the whole rising from the ashes, and that's what a good Phoenix does, but good lord, Marvel. Jean Grey once died 6 times in the same goddamn comic. She's like a bad penny. No matter what you do, the bitch just keeps churning up. And it's as true in Darkest Dungeon as it is in comicdom. Jean Grey is back from the dead, ready to roll again. The only people who stay dead are Uncle Ben and Bucky, and that's not even true anymore, because now Uncle Ben and Bucky are back. Also, why couldn't we have gotten the Wade Wilson back? We loved Wade Wilson. He was fantastic. Why couldn't we have gotten the Merc with the mouth to come back to life? I mean, I'm not ruling that out, definitively. It's entirely possible that some small shred of Wade Wilson still lives somewhere down in the dungeon, and it's just a matter of time until he regenerates his way back to health. Until that happens, though, we're gonna have to make do without him. I guess we're just stuck with Jean Grey. I hate you so much. Especially after what you did last episode, Jean Grey. What is this thing? Oh, we have some kind of, what's our town event? We have some kind of negative town event. The dark is rising. Despondency and ambivalence seem to be on the wind. Do you think after 3 people got killed on the same mission? I'm feeling a little despondent, yeah. A little ambivalent towards the game? Also, yeah. That's not true. I'm not ambivalent at all. I'm the opposite of ambivalent. Ambivalent means I have no strong feelings one way or the other. This time, I've got some pretty damn strong negative feelings. Adventurers are confessing to have a troubled disposition, even here in the relative safety of Hamlet. So we have a minus 15% chance to get a virtue on the next quest. This seems like more of a buff than a debuff to me, since every time I get somebody who happens to come across a virtue, they just immediately get their head hacked off. I'll take the afflictions, thank you. I would rather have an afflicted trooper who's alive than a virtuous one who's chewing dirt down there with what's left of Jean Grey. And Wade Wilson. And Pamela Isley, who I'm legitimately heartbroken about. Ah, I miss you, Poison Ivy. Like the lily misses the pond. Well, we could try and go do a long mission to get some Ancestors mustache cream. Call me crazy, but I'm not feeling too excited about going back into a champion dungeon after the way our last champion dungeon treated us. Little battered housewife syndrome going on here. I don't want to go back in there. But I can't help myself. I love them so much. It could be battered spouse syndrome, too. I don't want to say battered housewife. It's just like the more classic term for it. But yeah, it's a codependent relationship is what I'm describing. And I very definitely have one working with Darkest Dungeon. This bleed amulet's pretty solid. Bonus bleed chance, some bleed resist, which is less relevant, but the dodge penalty is not a huge asking price. Martyr seal, straight up garbage. I think we've played enough with Death's Door lately. Hell's Hairpin we got last episode. Should we go for this legendary bracer? We do need deeds. It is a champion dungeon, but it's only medium length, and our goal is to gather medicine. Could we do another champion length dungeon? Do we have it in us? That's the question. We'd be rolling without a silver sable, which is a problem. We could take Doom. Elena Bertinelli. I like this. Who would we back that up with? Probably Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman can't get EXP, though. If we're going to do that, we should do it with somebody who can at least gain something. We could take Silver Sable, or rather, Electra, not quite Nachos. We also have Mary Walker, who I quite like. I really liked it. That's the thing, too, about last episode. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove that this team can work. Or I'm going to prove conclusively that this team is catastrophically awful and should never be taken into a dungeon. We're going to do an experiment and try and learn something. Patrick Mulligan, I trust you more than I trust Mary Walker. And yes, I know you're only level 4, but at some point, we shouldn't take you into this dungeon at level 4. I know it's the strays. At level 4, we shouldn't take you in. That would just be... I'm asking for trouble, and I need my level 4s, honestly, to do some boss bashing. I can't afford to give those guys unwanted experience. Which means I can't do my experiment either, because I won't have a Plague Doctor. And I need a Plague Doctor to recreate the experiment. We could send Silver Sable back in. Nah, we can't do it. Is there one of these missions that we could... that's worth doing? Anything. Medium. The Cove, we really need to work the Cove some. Are you long? You're medium. Activate 3 protect. I don't care about the Martyr Seal, and 9 crest is not that tempting. 60% of the way to the boss, 50% of the way to the boss in the Warrens. I'm not doing a long mission. I'm not going to do it, Darkest Dungeon. That's not going to happen. Halfway to the boss here. We're closer in the Cove. We're exactly the same distance away from the Cove. Let's just go to the Cove. I haven't been to the Cove in a while. So what are we going to face? A lot of protection. We're going to want bleeds, which means either Doreen Green or Mercedes Knight. You know what? I don't want to do a champion mission. I really don't. I don't want to do a champion link mission. Unless we're going to take in the legends. Can we put together a team of legends or just one that includes Clark Kent? I'll take Clark Kent in. I don't care. Silver Sable's got more than a little stress. We could go Catherine Bishop. All right, let's try this a little different then. We're going to go with Catherine Bishop, Wonder Woman. I guess a little bit of Superman because I don't have a good reason. And then Victor Von Doom. All this team has is damage. And not even good damage in the... No, they can't... There are actually several slots they won't even be able to hit. Let's try Misty Knight instead of Wade Wilson. Or, well, I mean, yes, instead of Wade Wilson, because Wade's dead, Pete. You killed him. Congratulations. Good work. I like this team better. These level 5 dungeons, man, they're not going to beat me. I'm telling you, they're not going to beat me. Do we have to really unequip all Treekins? I'm pretty sure all of them got unequipped by accident when everyone fucking died. Bonus accuracy, bonus crit. Seems good. Let's throw that on old Victor Von Doom there. Doom, what do we want to go with that? We should give you something good. We may have you carry the Ancestors map. You know what? Carry the map, Doom. Doom will carry the map. We're going to go for just overwhelming damage. Dismiss his head. And I'm thinking Berserk Charm, maybe. Now, our stress damage will be just absolutely unbelievable. Don't we have something that gives us huge bonuses when we're... Yeah, the Sun Ring, if we're in high light. That also gives us stress damage, though. Would prefer something that reduces the amount of stress we take. Heaven's Hairpin. That'll do. Nothing fancy out of our Vestal. We're going to have to go for bonus heals and also probably bonus heals. Where's my other Vestal healing item? No, it's not the Profane Scroll. It's not it. Minus 30% stun skill chance. Does that mean it's a chance to miss or just... Because we were having a very serious problem last episode with old Jean Grey missing every goddamn shot she took at the enemy. She was whiffing like the Cubs in September. Do we want to, like, go really heavy on the heals here? Or only moderately heavy on the heals? I usually take these Medics Greaves because they're really good. Plus 33% to heal skills with no drawbacks. That's solid. Bonus damage, I like. We could also just go Sniper's Ring and give ourselves bonus accuracy, but I really feel like we're going to be spending a lot of time doing heals here. Maybe we just double up on it and try and make Catherine Bishop's heal really powerful. We've never tried that before. Or we could just go for the Bullseye Bandana, which is bonus accuracy, bonus crit. This is typically the way I roll, and I don't mind taking penalty to dodge, because Arbalists have just abominable dodge anyway. Let's go make sure everybody's skills are appropriate, and I'm going to go buy some survivalist skills, and this time I'm actually going to equip them. Not that I expect it to make a huge difference, but I will do it. Sharpened Spear is pretty good, but we'll just stick with Encourage for now. Kathy B, you have Encourage, Marching Plan, and Triage. Restrained Crossbow. Interesting. Field Dressing. Remove target bleeding, big heal. Not that interesting. Restrained Crossbow, I guess, for you. That gives you at least some mana of buff. Diana Prince, what have you got? You got Sanctuary, you got Bless, you got Wound Care. I like Pray. I like Sanctuary. I like Bless. Let's just give you Encourage. I'm trying to be a little budget conscious here. Von Doom, what do you got? Let Down the Mask. Okay, interesting. Quarantine, also pretty good. Reflection's pretty good. Bloody Shroud, not that good. Let's just give everybody Encourage. It seems to be that I just buy Encourage for everybody before I send them down in the dungeon. This time, though, unlike last time, I'm actually going to equip these skills. Not that I think it would have made any difference in our inevitable defeat. It just makes me feel less stupid. Anything I can do that makes me feel less stupid, I consider an advantageous position because I'm a punishingly stupid man. Let's provision. We've got our, yeah, I know, I've got pineal glands. Suddenly I'm in the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode Leech Woman, where a woman is going to run around stabbing people in the back of the neck with a ring so that she can harvest their delicious pineal juices and achieve eternal youth. We're going to the Cove. Let's bring 1 vial of anti-venom, and then the rest is just going to be food and torches. I think 2 full stacks of torches and 2 full stacks of food should get us through the day. That's what we had last time, and we wound up with more than enough food. And the quicker we can get rid of this pineal juice, the happier I'm going to be. We do have a key. All right. Prove to me, Seekers, that these level 5 dungeons aren't as bad as I think they might be. Because if they're as bad as I think they might be, I'm beginning to debate the wisdom of doing them at all. It sort of seems like just farming your way up to maximum level with low-level grinding and then going straight into the darkest dungeon may be the way to go. Wow, this is going to suck. On the plus side, the Ancestors map did do us a good turn. You're a curio, not a quest curio. But we do have to check out this room, so I'm going to come this way anyway. Also, we're not going to encounter a hallway battle. We'll pick up a little stress for walking around the dungeon, but that's largely inevitable. We got the best disarm chance. Surprisingly enough, it's actually Victor Von Doom. Doom is here. No trap. No trap can escape the notice of Doom. Doom will not be suckered by feeble fools. Who do you think I am, Reed Richards? Come on. Victor Von Doom, damn it. Scouting? No. Damn. Alright, we actually have to walk to this room, which I'm a little salty about. We'll hit that on the way back. We'll hit that right now. Victor Von Doom has been intentacled. And it gives him a penalty to his dodge and speed. All things considered, not the end of the world. Little dodge and speed penalty for Doom. He was neither fast nor daring nor dodgy to begin with. Let's see if we can give Doom a little chance to get some of that stress back by disarming the trap this time. That's right, you might fool Dr. Doom once, but you're not gonna get him back to back. Doom's no sucker. His mama didn't raise no suckers. There's booty inside. Give me some of that booty, girl. I'll open up your chest, take your booty. Got a booty chest. Wait, can it be a booty chest? How does that even work? If it's a booty, I mean, usually when you use the chest in a pejorative, you're talking about the breasticles, and the booty usually refers to the nice, round, curvaceous dumper. How can I have a booty chest? Are you saying my chest looks like a butt? Is that what you're saying? Because that's not really very nice. That guy has a ton of health. That guy's going to be extraordinarily dangerous, but I really don't want to take the aggregate damage from the constant AoEs. I think we'll just have Kathy Bishop tear that man apart. Doom take a little shank, is now bleeding. Not really a big problem. Speaking of bleeds, let's get one working on big fatty boo batty here. Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. Never stopped me from getting busy. Oh, son of a bitch. These criticals in these high-level dungeons really are quite out of control. We're gonna get... Okay, well, they're out of control in both fashions, actually, so I will allow it. Again, I was going to say, we're going to get a big heal here from Wonder Woman, but 12 may not have been big enough. At 15 damage, we could be looking on having Doom on death's door after our very friggin' first fight. That man needs to die. Keep pumping damage into Fatty Boom Batty. And yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. Never stop me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I can make tons of Digital Underground references. Point blank shot again, huh? Alright, well, fuck. Doom's on death's door after one fight. And bleeding! And probably... Thank God he didn't go next. That's all I can say. It definitely would have been a death blow. Man, these high-level dungeons are they're just too much friggin' incoming damage. They really are. That damage output... And I'd like to point out, this is full light as well. We're at maximum light here. And these guys have way too... They've got so much more damage coming in than we can deal with, it's not even funny. And it's not like we could kill them faster either. That's the other thing. Maybe, Pete, you know what you should do is just try and kill the monsters at a more rapid pace. How am I supposed to do that? I already have sort of a maximum heal potential and damage potential rolling here. I don't really think I could increase my damage output much. You are going to heal again. There we go. Doom's getting some big self-heals now that he's got the heal buff. He's going to take like 8 trillion damage from this slice and dice, though. Oh, somebody dodged. So is that gotta be... Is that how it's supposed to work then, Darkest Dungeon? Is that the meta for high-level dungeoneering? It's that everything... How much bleed have you got? Not enough. You have to concentrate on just like protection and dodge. You can't ever allow any of your seekers to actually get hit.
Maintain the offensive.
I'm already starting to feel my salt levels rise more than a little. I did bring bandages. I'm going to use them because I want this sapphire because I'm greedy. I'm greedy like that. I want a sapphire. What? They're beautiful. It's a lovely blue stone. You know, take it home, give it to my paramour. Put it in potential engagement ring. Paramour. Pete, you're going to die bitter and alone and you know it. You're a hideous troll. No one loves you. You never got busy in a Burger King bathroom, Pete, and you know it. When you said that earlier, you were just straight up fronting, dog. And I was fronting. I've never gotten busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Glittering gold.
I am crazy. I mean, I know I'm not gonna amaze thee. Girls say I'm ugly, and well, you know, shockingly, it really does faze me quite a bit. Do I want to blight? I don't want any of the rest of this stuff, except for the gold. I want the gold, but I'm... Got 1,000 gold worth of emeralds already. That's 650. Why can't I take... I was going to say, why can't I take those emeralds? Do I want to get rid of my anti-venom? No. No, I definitely don't want to get rid of my anti-venom. I'm going to throw the rest of that stuff on the ground. So, we're a full 2 rooms in here, guys. This is going fantastically. We've already got 1 man on death's door. We're 2 rooms in. And I'm going to have to start off my surprise round with an AoE heal because the team is more than a little banged up. We definitely want to get the kill on Johnny Pelagic Grouper if we can. Also, I can't help but notice that Victor Von Doom is running some suboptimal skills. Hopefully, I will remember to fix that before the next battle. Doom's going to take like 8 trillion damage. If one of these guys critical, he's going to be back on death's door. Nope, just a straight up 34 aggregate damage for Doom. Actually, that was 38 aggregate damage. I love surprising things, by the way. And by love, I sarcastically mean that I absolutely despise surprising things, especially in high-level dungeons, because what just happened to us is what happens every time you surprise anything. One person gets hit by every single possible incoming shot and just gets fucking wrecked. I'm not gonna kill this man because I need the heals. Maybe somebody can beat him on a speed roll. Mercedes Knight, I'm looking at you. Of course not. You'll be on death's door now. Fantastic. Well, we definitely need to start killing that man then.
Give them no quarter.
And I guess we'll have you eat all of the food we can find. 1,500 gold, that's a full stack, and I'm probably going to have to throw it on the floor because I hate jars of medicine. Can I carry any of it? No. I could throw blight on... fuck it. I want 1,500 gold more than I want jars of anti-venom. Pete, you could use that anti-venom to save it. So, you know, that's maybe true, but this is more of a bleed dungeon, I think, than blight dungeon. There's not really going to be a lot of monsters in here doing blight damage. We can finally empty out one of these. Okay, someone is going to get killed here, and there will be absolutely nothing that I can do about it. Am I salty about the fact that I'm going to have somebody get killed without anything I can do about it? Yes, I'm more than a little salty about this. I hate surprising monsters. I hate it. Getting a surprise round off is objectively a bad thing. Also, I forgot to adjust Von Doom's skills, which is definitely suboptimal. Let's throw a big heal at our Hellion. Now we're going to take 8 trillion damage in one turn, because these guys are going to get a hit us 7 times in a row. Get a barnacle barrier. That's unfortunate, actually. This fight may not be winnable, now that I'm actually looking at the situation. So how many times is that in a row? 5. Here comes our 6th attack, consecutive attack. Yep, see? Surprise. Mercedes Knight's gonna get killed. I hate surprising monsters. Please stop making me fucking surprise things. I would rather be surprised than surprise the monsters, because then I only get hit 4 times in a row. I hate surprise so much. I hate it so much. It's objectively worse to surprise these guys than it is to not surprise them. Man, we are fighting out of a sincere hole here. A warrior's death awaits you. Well, not if I can help it, Mercedes Knight. I would prefer you not die. Yeah, 6 damage critical. Boy, that was monstrously huge. That's gonna turn the tide. Here comes the old stress wave. On the plus side, at least it doesn't do enough damage to put Mercedes Knight on death's door. Level 5 dungeons just aren't worth it. I can't understand how these are supposed to be. Thank you for restoring party order, by the way. If we shoot him, that guy just steps in front of it. That's not doing anybody any good. We'd be better off to throw a heal or kill something. Like, specifically that guy. Thanks for coming up short. What's an AoE heal gonna do here? It doesn't even buy us 1 hit. We might be better off to go for the kill. So, of course, we came up 2 damage short. Alright, this is a good Darkest Dungeon. Well, Mercedes Knight, you're dead now, and you have no one to blame but yourself. That guy wouldn't have gotten the swing if you weren't a piece of crap. And you're dead. Oh my god, we actually got hit once while on death's door and didn't die. I'm beside myself. It's not gonna matter, because every single person in the enemy team will beat us on a speed roll, and they will all target Mercedes Knight. My salt levels on these high level 5 dungeons are getting... This fight, though. How about this fight, huh? Well, at least you can cure our death's doorness. We're like 3 rooms into this dungeon. 3. And I thought previously it was the fact that we didn't have level 5 weapons and armor that was sort of harming our roll. But now I'm definitely not sure about that. Because every single fight seems to be this overwhelming. Yeah, you can guard that guy, I don't care. Step in front of that. Thank you. I need the bleed damage on you. It's probably more damage than we're otherwise going to be able to generate. We have to heal. If only to get the bonus healing from subsequent heals. Catherine Bishop's taking a little spear fishing. These guys just do so much friggin' damage. That was a huge AoE heal. I mean, if we look at the aggregate totals of the amounts that were healed by that, it was quite palpable. It's going to take 8,000 years to finish these 2 guys off, though, because we got to go all the way through Johnny Pelagic Champion, who has a remarkably high rate of dodging going on for a tank. Or spear fishing. Sure, we should get hit for 55 damage a shot every time this guy decides he wants to swing at us. Resisted to bleed. Brilliant. Guess we'll go for more group healing. I wonder if we blind fire. I was gonna say, I wondered if we blind fired if that guy would still be able to step in front of it. The answer is yes, he will still step in front of it. And Doom is now bleeding. Nope, he resists. Never mind. Well, I mean, he's bleeding, but for entirely different reasons. He did do 8 damage, though. Is that enough to kill that man? Yes. He is dying from bleed. Then we need to heal. Of course, Wonder Woman manages to just cling to life. That's a waste. I would honestly rather just do this. Just give me the 4 self-healing and the buff. Then give me the group heal. We'll let that guy bleed to death. This guy can come to the front of the pack, and then we can have Von Doom beat him down. God damn it, Dr. Doom. Also, don't you have Faded Doom? Aren't you supposed to be turning these misses into hits? When does that happen, by the way? When do the misses become hits, Doom? That's what I want to know. Make the misses hits. You got to come at this Justin Bieber style, wherein every miss is somehow magically a hit. I would have killed that guy if the opportunity had arisen for me to kill him. I'm very salty about this this whole dungeon thing. This is not making me happy at all. So restore party order, please. Everybody get back where they belong. Now, what do we want to do about this loot? I think we probably just have to throw it on the ground because there's not really much we can do. I need portraits, busts, and crests. And this is yet another reason why coming into these level 5 dungeons is sort of suboptimal. We're going to have trouble finding opportunities to get the kind of swag that we want out of these level 5 dungeons. For the love of Mike, could you slow down the fucking combat roll a little bit here so I don't have to fight every single room when every single room is a struggle for continued existence? Can you maybe ease up on it just a little bit here, Darkest Dungeon? This dungeon's felt more than a little fucking front-loaded, I'm not gonna lie. Dr. Doom, disarming another trap. Doom's like the toy maker. Be like, nope, it's fine. I know traps and whatnot, not normally my purview, but I have had the toy maker work for me a time or two. I'm sort of onto his shtick. Board is now lit. That leaves us needing one more. Scouting is delightful. Please find me the interactable curio that ends this miserable piece of shit quest. Move to this room, quest location. So we have one more fight. Then we're going to go to the secret room. Then we're probably going to leave, because this dungeon is pissing me off. These fights are too damn dangerous. Here, open this barnacle-crusted chest, Wonder Woman. There's still booty inside. Booty inside. Got your booty right here inside. That makes even less sense than a chest full of booty. I got a chest full of booty. How come that sounds like a either Iggy Azalea or perhaps Nicki Minaj or possibly Jennifer Lopez song? I got a chest full of booty. The video basically writes itself because there's definitely a pirate theme going on there. I got a chest full of booty up in this pirate junk. You want to get inside my trunk? I got a chest full of booty. We got to get these spear fishermen dead. These guys hit way too hard. I don't know what this snail's up to, but I don't like it. 7 damage. He squirted us with some kind of viscous fluid that gave us a huge penalty to dodge and a moderate penalty to speed. I will allow that, actually. Let's put some little heal patch there on Kathy B. And then let's go for the aggregate AoE heal. So we patched up 20 total damage there, but we're going to take it all right back in almost one single swing. Yeah, how do you like that bleed, Spear Fisherman Joe? Probably shouldn't taunt him. What terrible strength. Yeah, he hit you so forward. He hit you so hard that it knocked you forward. That's pretty terrible strength. You fired back in kind, though, which is showing remarkable poise under a not ideal situation. We hit the snail for 2, but we did get him to bleed. That might be... Okay, we have fatal snail damage. That guy's going to be dinner then. Escargot is on the menu. 13 damage for Doom. We'll just patch that right up. You want to hit Dr. Doom? You go ahead. I want you to hit me. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. Come on, hit me. I want you to hit. Well, you're just going to die. I was going to say we might try and see if we get Doom to heal himself, but his speed is just too dang low.
Trifling victory. But a victory.
Once again, the narrator shitting on our accomplishment, calling it a trifling victory, even though I feel pretty damn confident that it was a goddamn amazing victory. This narrator, he's like every unfortunate codependent boy or girlfriend that you've ever had. He's always trying to run you down, man. Hey, Darkest Dungeon, how many times do I have to deliver my diatribe on surprise? How many times? I don't ever want to surprise the enemy ever, ever, ever. I don't want to surprise them. This is bad. Surprise is bad. Surprising the monsters is a bad thing. They're angry when they're surprised. I like them better when they're not surprised and are therefore predictable. We did get a kill, which means we're probably going to only get hit 6 times instead of the customary 8. Oh, no, we're not getting hit at all because I got Barnacle Barrier. Why does Barnacle Barrier sound like some kind of sort of vaguely unpleasant sexual device? It's like a dental dam. You know, I was a little worried about catching something, so yeah, just used the barnacle barrier. It was fine. Made the sex real rough, though, because those barnacles really tear up the skin, but I was protected, and I'm all about safety. Barnacle barriers. And for the old gods, Mercedes Knight finally decides to dodge now that she's, like, far beyond death's door. Speaking of dodge, brilliant. Kill the stress unit, please. Well, he's dead. Or she's dead. I mean, the cultists very clearly have breasts. That's definitely a female. She's dead because she's going to bleed to death. She has a grievous, bloody wound. And we're going to start stacking bleed damage on this pelagic champion as well. Because it's going to take 152,000 years to wade through that guy's health. He hits for like 6, so it's not a huge problem, but still. Speaking of healing, we might be able to get a couple extra cheap rooms in if we can do some self-healing. So, in order to foster that, this guy doesn't hit hard enough to be a problem. This is the one unit whose damage output we can overheal. Let's just keep cranking them out. Keep cranking out the group heals. Patch everybody up. Ooh, mark that one. Now I want you to put a crossbow bolt in his eyeball. That's what I would like for you to... I should have hit him with the bleed attack, actually. Although his bleed resistance is 105%, so he's pretty tough to get a bleed to stick on without some very serious plus bleed action. Probably, I think the 10 damage might actually have been superior. Just go ahead and straight up whack him rather than try and hit him with the bleed attack.
These nightmarish creatures.
Alright, so let's take all that. Now we can activate the thing. Alright, so we can leave whenever we want, because the quest is complete now, but we're going to continue adventuring. If nothing else, we're circling back for this secret room. I mean, we're going back for the secret room. We're not going to leave that. Room battle with treasure. We have almost no heirlooms. That's what I really need more than anything. We need heirlooms.
Require only the strength to follow it.
Do I want to try and farm heirlooms in a level 5 dungeon is the question. The answer is no, that's just stupid. We're already doing better than we have any right to have expected to do. Let's get the hell out of here. Discretion is the better part of valor, Pete. We just, for once, enjoy the fact that you don't have to do the entire room layout of a dungeon. You take the secret room, which you've already discovered thanks to the Ancestors map, and you get the hell out of Dodge. This is not an 80s game show, Pete. Don't press your luck. You're just going to stop on a whammy, and then they're going to animate the little man, and he's going to come out with like a lawnmower that mows up all your money. Or he's going to hang glide away and crash into a cliff and explode into all of your money. The animations for that game were really weird. We're going to use our firewood because we got free stress relief. We have tons of food.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. I don't feel furtive or vulnerable. I sort of feel like we have kicked the shit out of everyone. We suffer 20% health damage, which is fine, because everybody else gets stress relief. And we can take the damage. We're basically done in the dungeon, so taking damage at this point is irrelevant. Let's encourage you. Who else has stress? You have 10, you have 17, you have none. I think we have you Sanctuary. We do have mortality debuffs, which is going to get us huge heals and stress relief. And now all we have to do is get rid of this 17 stress, which we can get most of the way gone. We're going to leave this dungeon with 2 stress. This team may be leaving the dungeon with less stress than they had when we came in. I don't know for sure, because they may have literally had 0 and we have a net gain of 2. But if we can go out of a champion level dungeon with nobody dead and only 2 stress, I feel pretty good about that.
The match is struck. A blazing star
Also,
is born.
can I have my ancient artifacts, please? Glad I brought all these shovels, too. It's just 3 puzzling trapezohedrons. Well, that's disappointing. What's worth the least if we haul it back? Probably, as resale value goes, I'm going to guess that food, and we are done. This quest is complete. Let's get the hell out of here. We're beating feet while the feet are good to be beat. And even I can't make beaten feet into a masturbation reference. I guess unless you were getting a foot job. Wait a minute. Can you give yourself a foot job? Is that what it's going to be when you're beating feet? A self-foot job? I think I may have just coined the term. We got a shitload of gold there. 26,000 and change? That's pretty solid. How many ridiculous afflictions did we wind up with? We did. Everybody's a legend now. I think Catherine Bishop may have been the only non-legend. Victor Von Doom picking up slow reflexes. That matters so little it's not even funny. Manslayer is amazing, however. Hard Skin got traded in for Beast Slayer. I prefer that. That's definitive upgrade. That is an objective improvement. Hard Skin is much better than Beast Slayer. Slow reflexes for Kathy B, again, doesn't really matter that much. Aggregate 1 speed penalty, probably not even worth fixing. Gentle Tide. Superstitious mariners rejoiced earlier today at the news that the unspeakable eldritch evils no longer threaten their cargo. So bonus resolve EXP in the Cove on our next quest, bonus damage in the Cove on the next quest, which honestly feels like the more important part of this bonus. We don't really give a shit about the bonus EXP, but the bonus damage is going to be real nice. Is there a mission that's worth doing down in the Cove? We have a boss battle. Do we not? You're a boss, right? You are. We would have bonus damage to kill the sunken crew. I kind of like that. We could take a level 4 team down in to kill the sunken crew. Killing a boss with the EXP bonus with bonus damage is almost certainly going to level that team too. And we could put together a pretty solid crew of level 4 ass kickers here. We'd have everything but a healer. And we could, you know, if we had to, we could take Madeline Pryor. This is only a medium dungeon. We could do it. We could take Anodyne. Speaking of which, now that I think about the whole Anodyne Jean Grey thing, do you think Anodyne is stoked because Jean Grey technically died? She succeeded. She killed her doppelganger. But her doppelganger has returned. Oh man, that's gotta be a frustrating life for Madeline Pryor. She's a clone, and her only purpose in life for clones, as we know, I mean, movies and television have taught us this, a clone always wants to kill the person it's a clone of. That's just the way clones work. With the exception of Multiplicity. That was the one movie where that trope did not appear. But, Multiplicity aside, clones always want to kill the person they're a clone of. Madeline Pryor, technically, the person she's a clone of is already dead, but that person keeps coming back to life. She's going to be the most frustrated clone in all of the universe. That's a tough draw. Karma's a real bitch for you, Madeline Pryor. I feel sorry for you. I also think we should check the stagecoach before we check out. Maybe we can get another level 2 replacement trooper. We could pick up another do I want another man-at-arms? Even at level 2, I kind of feel like we have the man-at-arms thing covered. We could pick up Linessi, a level 1 apprentice leper, but I'm not really in the market for level 1 troopers. I'm sorry, I'm just not. If you were level 2, I would hire you in a heartbeat, Linessi, but as it stands, I think you may be getting shit canned. Good day to you, sir. I'm also going to shit can this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, you might consider subscribing as well. I post more salt-fueled rampages every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. There's usually a salt-fueled rampage, especially when 3 legendary seekers get cut down in their prime right after becoming the virtuous champions we always hoped they would be. I'm still salty about it. I told you, I'm as bitter as that grapefruit after the toothbrushing thing. It's never going to die. The episode's dead, though. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.